What's up, everyone? Peace and blessings. It's been a minute since I made a video. Life be lifing, but wanted to hop on for a few minutes. Just give you an update of things. I know I've been meaning to make videos of me actually going through the things that I'm going through for this transplant. I just had a heart cath on August the 3rd, so got that out the way. But it's been so much going on, been so busy, so I haven't had the time, between being a parent and a husband and then my job. So days just go by fast, and then where I gotta go is all the way to Pittsburgh, so that means I gotta leave the house super early to get there, because they want you there by like 6 a.m. so they can start stuff at 7, which means I gotta wake up at 3, leave the house at 4, so I get there about 5:30, and then pretty much be on time and go from there. But they did the usual, and everything was good. There wasn't no changes, thank goodness. They did a fluid test, see if my heart can tolerate it, which I can't. So I felt all that when they did it. You're pretty much alert when all this goes down. They just give you a little bit of fentanyl and Versed mix that take the edge off. But when they did that fluid challenge, I felt like that heaviness on the chest, man. So if there's any semblance of a heart attack, I want no parts of it. Meanwhile, I'm finding out that I gotta keep myself hydrated a lot more, because if I don't, I end up with the flutters and all that stuff. Heart rate be up to 80s and some 90s, but it'll be arrhythmia type, so I have to make sure I stay hydrated. So I got myself a 64-ounce water bottle, glass. I don't do the plastic stuff. I'll try to stay away from it as much as possible. I boil my water night before, pour it in there, let it sit overnight, and I drink that throughout the day, plus extra water. Might have a Gatorade here and there to balance out electrolytes and all that stuff, but that's pretty much what's going on. Because of the fluid challenge, they put me on a new med, which is Jardiance, which is used for diabetics, but also for heart failure. I'm gonna have to get blood work for that soon, just to make sure it's not damaging my kidneys. So I haven't been on it quite a month yet, but after the first month, I will go get some blood work done just to make sure. But other than that, I would say all is good. Well, as good as it can. I'm still waiting, fingers crossed I'll get a heart sometime before the end of this year. If I don't, then that puts me at higher risk of my liver failing because of the Fontan procedure I had. So I don't want any more scars than what I have. I'm close enough now. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, soon. I remember back about, I don't know, maybe it was last year or so, I stumbled onto this guy who ended up having a transplant. He started off with a artificial heart, an LVAD. And I remember stumbling onto him on Instagram, and I was pretty impressed. I was amazed. The dude was staying in shape. He did not waver his faith. He didn't give up, and I admired that. And so that was a post I liked. And like I said, it's been a year or so. But the other day, since I was starting to think, because I'm still feeling these changes, I have my good days and bad days, so I started to think, like, who was that guy who was in there? So I just put a Google in there, and then guy with black guy that artificial heart exerciser, and it came up, and his name is Andrew Jones. So I looked at his Instagram, then I went to some videos he had on YouTube. Apparently he was on The Doctors, I believe that's what it was. And so he had his artificial heart, and I was like, this is crazy and scary and amazing at the same time. Because my first thought was, what happened if he doesn't have his batteries charged? I know it's a jacked up thought, but it's a logical thought because that matters. Because he's showing on TV, he has to constantly have batteries charged. So I'm just like, man. But he looked like he was doing well. The dude was still going to the gym. I know he has probably some limitations, and that's how I was reading. When you have stuff like that, you can't really shower the way you used to and all that stuff until you get a new heart. But I was looking at him, and it was pretty amazing. And I saw him, and I felt it actually motivated me more because myself, I'm used to running around, playing basketball, soccer, going to the gym, boxing, things like that. The gym is what keeps the stress away from me. It's my outlet. And I'm not able to do as much. So the only thing I really have been doing is walking, but and yoga. But because of the limitations, of course, it caused me to put on weight I never had before, man. I'm trying to eat healthy, but I don't eat the worst, but I have my days with that too. I think anybody does, so I'll give myself grace with that. But I'm trying my best, And so back to Andruw Jones. Like I said, I followed him on Instagram. I saw that eventually he got the call for a transplant a few years ago, and it looks like he's doing well. So I actually went on Instagram and just reached out to him, just sent the message. Whether he gets it or not, I don't know, but brave enough to send it. Told him like he inspired me, keeps me going. I hope I join the likes of him and others who receive a donor heart and keep moving. I know some things, the technology and stuff, life expectancy gets good, it gets better. I know sometimes they're like, your heart might be good for 10, 15 years. Some people got 20 years out, some people got 30. Some people might end up having to get a transplant again. I hope one time is all I need. I pray that all it takes is one time. I know I got to be on meds for the rest of my life, but man, one time is all I ask. Especially if it can, I'm 40, about to be 41 in a couple months. If it can give me at least 30 years, that put me in my 70s. That can give me the opportunity to see my son graduate, live life, and, at that point, see him become a man. From there, I can rest easily. But that's my biggest fear is leaving my son without a father and my wife without a husband. So that's the thought. Anyway, tearing up a little bit, but still. But I think about that a lot. Every day I wake up, I watch this kid just run around full of energy, and I can't keep up with him all the time. So I have to have help sometimes. Or if we're in situations, I'll tell him not to go too far because I don't want nothing to happen, and I can't be quick enough to get him or something like that. So I think about that. So that's one thing I hope and pray for, because definitely want to be able to keep up with this kid. He is non-stop energy, and I used to be the same way. But yeah. But anyway, like I said, this is an update. I want to start updating or getting online more, making some more videos, but it's been difficult with things I have to do in everyday life, and like I said, trying to be a husband and trying to be a father. Plus all the things that goes around your life, so that just surrounds it, the ins and outs, the dailies, yeah. But other than that, hope everybody's doing well. See this video, like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll have something. This ain't no big edit video. This is raw. This is what you get. I'll probably later on, maybe I'll do some editing and all that stuff, but I'd rather give it to you to the real. But peace and blessings, everybody.